Hello, this is Paul, and welcome to our fourth edition of the Meyer Musics. Today is September 25th, 2015. These are our staff meeting norms that we created 2 weeks ago. Please review them and be ready to vote on them this week. In management, we have a staff meeting on Tuesday at 8 to 8:40. At 8 o'clock, we'll confirm our staff meeting norms. At 8:05, our individual student support team will provide an overview. Sarah and Caitlin will join us and share with staff the services that they can provide classroom teachers. At 8:20, we're going to discuss the Reading Roars program. It's starting to fade and we need to figure out how we want to move forward. At 8:30, Sarah Remsbottom, our PTA president, will come and update staff on where we're at with the readathon. This week, on Wednesday after school, there'll be a PBIS meeting. This year, we're going to create and organize units of study. Each grade level will have 3 full days. 5 schools will take 1 day in November, January, and March. The other 5 schools will do December, February, and April. I've highlighted December, February, and April because that's when Ole will select their days. I've selected December, February, and April because November is conferences for us, January report cards, and March are conferences. 1 grade level will do their work of units of study per day. I do not want to have 2 grade levels out because that would be anywhere from 8 to 9 subs in the building on 1 day, and that's very taxing on our school. Grade levels will select days ASAP. They're going to bring them to Lori and look at the PD calendar. Lori has the calendar. We'll write them down and then we'll share them with Jonelle over at the district office. So please review these as fast as you can before they fill up and we can select them. So for example, first grade, figure out what day in December you want to have your sub, what day in February you want to have your sub, and what day in April you want to have your sub. I'd like to move on this, like I said, as soon as possible. In instruction, I want to highlight learning targets. I was in Melanie's classroom and this was an example of her learning targets. She did one for math, writing, reading, and math intervention. She said that she likes to have it on the board because she can erase and change it each night. It's a lot easier. You're not wasting paper. You're not having to mess with sentence strips. She also said that she keeps it close to her this area. This whiteboard is right where she pulls the kids up front so she can reference them nice and neat, nice and easy. These are learning targets from Stacy. You can see that Stacy has a similar format and I've seen this work quite well for her. I'd like to say thank you, ladies, for allowing me to share this in nice work. Also in instruction, proficiency skills. I would suggest or recommend that you begin to test these. Here's an example of second grade's proficiency skill. And if you look at the 3, it says I can identify the central message, lesson, or moral in a variety of literature. That's something that you can do on a regular basis because you're doing read-alouds. But I would start to look at this to see if you have to tweak any of these. In learning supports, teachers are going to begin to contact families for hub updates. So for example, if you have three students who do not have stuff in the hub or do not have them update, the district is asking that teachers are contacting the families and then we can update those. Janet will share the names for teachers. Also, we have our attendance Google Docs are complete. Janet created them for each grade level. Thank you, Janet. And she has a tab for each teacher in the grade level. For unexcused absences, remember 3 unexcused tardies is an unexcused absence. For every, if you have 3 unexcused tardies or 2 unexcused absences, the teachers are going to make a call. I will print out, or Lori will print out, and we'll get these to you, and put them in your box for your kids who might have met this criteria. I'm asking teachers to call that family date it and put it in my box, and then we will put it on the Google Docs attendance Google Doc. Like I said, return to me with date of contact. I will provide a reminder for all teachers, like once a month, to say check the Google Docs to see where your kids are at in the attendance process. That way you are updated on that. You don't have to just check randomly. You always can, but this way you're going to be busy and I can just remind you to take a look. Also, the attendance video is complete. I'm going to be sending it out as soon as I contact the right people to help me to get it to the parents. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.